In today's episode, you'll have to answer 100 general knowledge questions from a wide range of topics. Are you ready for the challenge? Let's get started! Which fruit is famous for its high vitamin C content? Orange, apple, or watermelon? The orange. Which historical event took place on July 4th, 1776? The US Declaration of Independence, the discovery of America, or the start of the French Revolution? The US Declaration of Independence. Who is the main god in Norse mythology? Odin, Ra, or Neptune? Odin. How many planets in the solar system have rings? 1, 4, or 3? 4. The 4 planets in the solar system with rings are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. What does the Statue of Liberty hold in her right hand? A sword, a book, or a torch? A torch. Which of Newton's laws states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction? First law, second law, or third law? The third law. How do you say winter in Spanish? Otoño, verano, or invierno? Invierno. Which battle ended the Napoleonic Wars? Stalingrad, Wellington, or Waterloo? The Battle of Waterloo. Which city was divided by a wall during the Cold War? Paris, Berlin, or Vienna? The city of Berlin. What was the first country to launch an artificial satellite? The Soviet Union, the United States, or China? The Soviet Union. What is the hardest tissue in the human body? Cartilage, muscle, or dental enamel? Dental enamel. Dental enamel is the hardest tissue in the human body, which is why our teeth can chew, grind, and crush food without wearing down easily. However, this tissue does not regenerate, so it's important to maintain good oral hygiene. How many players from a basketball team are on the court at the same time? 6, 5, or 7? 5 players. Humans and giraffes have the same number of cervical vertebrae. True or false? True. Surprisingly, both humans and giraffes have 7 cervical vertebrae. The difference is that giraffes' vertebrae are much larger. Which is the capital of Germany? Munich, Hamburg, or Berlin? Berlin. What type of word is to run? A noun, an adjective, or a verb? To run is a verb. What is the square root of 121? 10, 11, or 12? 11. What color is the circle on Japan's flag? Yellow, blue, or red? It's red. Which is the longest river in North America? The Missouri River, the Rio Grande, or the Yukon River? The Missouri River, with a length of around 2,540 miles. Which continents are separated by the Ural Mountains? Europe and Africa, Europe and Asia, or Asia and Africa? Europe and Asia. The Ural Mountains stretch from northern Russia to Kazakhstan, marking the natural boundary between Europe and Asia. What fictional material is Captain America's shield made of? Adamantium, vibranium, or kryptonite? Vibranium. Which is the national emblem of Mexico? The right answer is option B. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? Amelia Earhart, Valentina Tereshkova, or Bessie Coleman? Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart made history in 1932 by becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She took off from Newfoundland, Canada, and landed in Northern Ireland 13 hours later. What unit is used to measure electrical resistance? Ampere, volt, or ohm? Ohm. What is the chemical symbol for magnesium? Mg. Which monster in Greek mythology has snakes for hair? Medusa, Phoenix, or Minotaur? Medusa. What is the official currency of Switzerland? Franc, euro, or dollar? The Swiss franc. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Edgar Allan Poe, William Shakespeare, or Charles Dickens? The English writer William Shakespeare. Which TV show popularized the term bazinga? Friends, The Big Bang Theory, or The Office? The Big Bang Theory. Which ancient civilization built the pyramids of Giza? Sumerians, Egyptians, or Mayans? The Egyptian civilization. According to the Bible, who was the first man created by God? Moses, Adam, or Abraham? Adam. On which island are the Moai statues located? Madagascar, Easter Island, or Fiji? On Easter Island. The Moai are giant statues located on Easter Island, a Chilean territory in the Pacific Ocean. To this day, they remain one of the most enigmatic mysteries in archaeology. What was the capital of the Aztec Empire? Tikal, Machu Picchu, or Tenochtitlan? Tenochtitlan. Who is the Egyptian god of the dead? Osiris, Ares, or Loki? Osiris. Where was reggae singer Bob Marley born? Puerto Rico, Barbados, or Jamaica? In Jamaica. All planets in the solar system have moons. True or false? False. Not all planets in the solar system have moons. For example, the planets closest to the Sun, Mercury and Venus, have no moons. The other planets have varying numbers of moons, from one, like Earth, to dozens, like Jupiter. How many years are in a biennium? 2 years, 20 years, or 200 years? 2 years. Which city is known as the city that never sleeps? Paris, New York, or Tokyo? New York is nicknamed the city that never sleeps. because of its 24-hour subway and vibrant nightlife. Activity in this city never stops. What is a synonym for ancient? Modern, archaic, or futuristic? Archaic. Where did the musical genre samba originate? Cuba, Brazil, or Argentina? In Brazil. What instrument does Lisa Simpson play? Piano, guitar, or saxophone? The saxophone. Which planet is known as the morning star? Mars, Neptune, or Venus? Venus is known as the morning star because it is one of the brightest objects in the sky and is often visible just before sunrise. Who was the British Prime Minister during most of World War II? Ronald Reagan, Clement Attlee, or Winston Churchill? Winston Churchill. Which is the largest lake by surface area in Latin America? Lake Maracaibo, Lake Titicaca, or the Great Lake of Nicaragua? Lake Maracaibo, with an area of approximately 5,100 square miles, holds the title of the largest lake in Latin America and is one of the oldest bodies of water on Earth, estimated to be between 20 and 36 million years old. Which of these cities is the capital of Sweden? The city of Stockholm. What is the name of this historical figure? Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, or Mahatma Gandhi? It's Mahatma Gandhi. Where did the Ferrari automobile brand originate? Japan, Italy, or Germany? From Italy. Did Albert Einstein win a Nobel Prize in Physics for his theory of relativity? True or false? False. Although he is famous for his theory of relativity, Einstein won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. Which is the country with the fewest inhabitants in the Americas? Suriname, Belize, or Saint Kitts and Nevis? Saint Kitts and Nevis with around 50,000 inhabitants. What is this instrument called? Scale, mortar, or barometer? It's a laboratory scale used to measure the mass of objects. How many megabytes are in a gigabyte? One gigabyte equals 1024 megabytes. Which country voted to leave the European Union in 2016? France, the United Kingdom, or Portugal? The United Kingdom. Which film series popularized the phrase, "May the Force be with you"? Pirates of the Caribbean, The Matrix, or Star Wars? Star Wars. Which animal makes this sound? It's the sound of an elephant. Which fruit is banned on public transport in some countries due to its unpleasant smell? Mango, durian, or kiwi? Durian. Durian, native to Southeast Asia, is known as the king of fruits, but also as the smelliest fruit in the world. Its odor is so strong that it's banned in many hotels and public transport systems in Asia. How do you write 487 in Roman numerals? Which actor starred in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street? Leonardo DiCaprio, George Clooney, or Keanu Reeves? Leonardo DiCaprio. What is the official currency of Bolivia? Boliviano, sol, or real? The Boliviano. Who is Superman's arch-nemesis? Joker, Lex Luthor, or Magneto? Lex Luthor. According to legend, in which country does the Loch Ness Monster live? Scotland, England, or Ireland? In Scotland. The Loch Ness Monster is a legendary creature said to inhabit the depths of Loch Ness in Scotland. Although there is no scientific evidence supporting its existence, it remains an iconic figure in Scottish culture and a major tourist attraction. What medical specialty focuses on the study of the nervous system? Neurology, urology, or orthopedics? Neurology. Which country is highlighted on the map? Ecuador, Paraguay, or Bolivia? It's Bolivia. What language is this?
Deve essere un giocatore, deve essere un allenatore, deve essere un tifoso e deve essere un arbitro che ha...
It's Italian. Which emperor began the construction of the Great Wall of China? Qin Shi Huang, Emperor Wen, or King Shenjing? Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, started the construction of the Great Wall to protect the empire from invasions. This colossal structure stretches nearly 13,670 miles, the equivalent of traveling from New York to Madrid about 4 times. Pandas are native to Africa. True or false? False. Pandas are native to China, not Africa. They are a national symbol of the country and are currently an endangered species. In what year was Mexico's independence proclaimed? 1810, 1821, or 1805? In 1810. In which sport is the term home run used? Baseball, football, or cricket? In baseball. Do crustaceans have blue blood? True or false? True. Which is the lightest chemical element? Hydrogen. Who played Rachel in the TV series Friends? Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, or Lisa Kudrow? Jennifer Aniston. What is the best-selling album of all time? The best-selling album of all time is Thriller by Michael Jackson. Released in 1982, it has sold over 70 million copies worldwide. Who wrote The Little Prince? George Orwell, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, or J.K. Rowling? The French writer Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. What is the name of the kingdom where most Mario video games take place? Mushroom Kingdom, Totoro Kingdom, or Peach Kingdom? The Mushroom Kingdom. What was the war called where Athens fought Sparta? The Peloponnesian War, the Trojan War, or the Punic War? The Peloponnesian War. Which organ in the human body is studied by an ophthalmologist? The eyes, the liver, or the heart? The eyes. Which planet in the solar system has the longest day? Mars, Venus, or Saturn? The planet with the longest day in our solar system is Venus. Its rotation is so slow that one day on Venus lasts about 243 Earth days. What is the next prime number after 7, 8, 9, or 11? 11. Where in the body is the deltoid muscle located? Shoulder, neck, or leg? In the shoulder. What does karate mean in Japanese? Way of the dragon, empty hand, or self-defense? Empty hand. Where did modern soccer originate? Italy, England, or Spain? In England. Which metal conduces electricity the best? Silver, gold, or copper? Silver is the metal that best conducts electricity. However, despite its high conductivity, it is rarely used in electrical applications because it is much more expensive than other efficient conductors like copper. How many stars does the flag of China have? 3, 4, or 5? 5 stars. Which is the capital of Spain? Barcelona, Madrid, or Valencia? The capital of Spain is Madrid. Which of these animals neighs? Horse, cow, or chicken? Horses neigh especially when they are excited or communicating with other horses. Which grain is most commonly used in brewing beer? Barley, wheat, or oats? Barley. To which country would you travel to visit the Forbidden City? To China. The Forbidden City is an ancient imperial palace in Beijing, China, which served as the seat of Chinese government for almost 500 years. In which US city is the famous Golden Gate Bridge located? San Francisco, New York, or Chicago? In San Francisco. Where is the ancient city of Petra located? Egypt, Jordan, or Greece? In Jordan. Petra is an ancient city in Jordan known for its architecture carved into the rock. Which country has a red maple leaf in the center of its flag? Australia, Lithuania, or Canada? Canada. How many degrees do the internal angles of a square add up to? 360, 180, or 720? 360 degrees. What is the most consumed fruit in the world? Apple, mango, or tomato? Tomato. Although many people don't consider it a fruit, the tomato is technically a fruit and is the most consumed in the world. Around 180 million tons of tomatoes are consumed each year globally. What are professionals who prepare high-quality coffee called? Oenologists, baristas, or cartographers? Baristas. What does kinesiology study? Communication, human movement, or thought? Kinesiology studies human movement. On which continent is Brunei located? Africa, Europe, or Asia? In Asia. What does petrology study? Oil, rocks, or plastic? Petrology is the branch of geology that studies rocks. What is the tallest mountain in the solar system? Olympus Mons, Mount Everest, or Mount Fuji? At approximately 13.6 miles tall, Olympus Mons is the tallest mountain on Mars and in the entire solar system. Its height is almost 3 times that of Mount Everest. Which Spanish queen financed Christopher Columbus's first voyage to America? Juana the Mad, Isabella the Catholic, or Maria Cristina? Isabella the Catholic. To which century does a person born in the year 2001 belong? The 21st century. The 21st century began on January 1st, 2001 and will end on December 30th, 2100. In which TV series do characters work for the company Dunder Mifflin, The Sopranos, Seinfeld, or The Office? In The Office. In which country is the highest mountain in Europe located? Russia, Switzerland, or Austria? Mount Elbrus in Russia is the highest mountain in Europe, standing at 18,510 feet. In what year did the Soviet Union dissolve? In 1991. How many months of the year have exactly 30 days? 4 months, 6 months, or 7 months? Answer in the comments and show us how much you know. Congratulations on completing this general knowledge challenge. If you want to keep answering and learning, go ahead and check out this other challenge on your screen. And don't forget to support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. See you soon!